What's going on, guys? It's Unknown Player here, and today I'm bringing you guys some Extinction gameplay from the brand new Nemesis map pack DLC 4 for Call of Duty Ghosts. This map is called Exodus, and what you're going to see is all the kind of epic and interesting moments of this complete run. We actually managed to complete this right here at this DLC event, which I was allowed to record it early, and so this is going to be the main Extinction run with some buildables and boss battles, stuff like that. But check back in a few hours, I'm going to have up the final boss battle and the end cutscene of this Exodus map right here on my channel, so stay tuned for that. The final boss battle is really epic, lots of crazy stuff happens, and you get to find out how the Extinction story comes to a close as well. But here's the footage I got to record at the DLC event. Obviously that's why I've had early videos going up every day covering all the 4 new maps. If you haven't seen those, I'll put the playlist link in the description, and there you find kind of gameplay videos covering all 4 brand new maps within the Nemesis DLC. But right here we've got Exodus. This is a really cool map. I like it simply because it's a very basic map. Normally when a new Extinction map comes out, there's a whole new learning curve, there's new mechanics, there's things to learn, there's kind of very complicated things, and I feel like they've done kind of all the innovation they need to do, and right now they've kind of hit the sweet spot where they've got enough buildables, they've got kind of complicated boss battles, they've got all the kind of mechanics they want in it, and it's very simple, it's very basic, it's pretty much the same thing as episode 2 and 3, all the innovations that have been added from that game, and all the objectives are very similar. So what you need to do is basically power up these generators, as you can see I'm doing right here, and at the beginning it will tell you that you're to go around and power up these generators, basically protect them from the aliens, and while they power up and they get their shields up, and while that happens you move on to the next one, and you'll power up these generators to create enough power to launch a rocket. That's not a spoiler, it's what they tell you at the start, and it's the same rocket that you'll see at the start of the loading screen where the map is actually loading up. So that is really cool. That's the actual objective of what you're trying to do. Now one cool thing that I've added in this map is the ability to get teeth a lot more easily. It's something I was told they've actually done to increase the frequency that you get teeth. So you probably know teeth are basically the tokens that you get to buy abilities and stuff like that in the loadout menu, and you can basically buy some really cool things to make your experience a lot easier within Extinction, and they basically give you a lot more teeth. I'm not sure the exact frequency, but they've made it a lot more common, and I did notice, I think I may have got like 5 teeth within this whole gameplay, which is quite a lot, and that's a very cool thing. They've obviously made it for the last map pack. They want you to get a lot of teeth, want you to be spending them, like experiencing the abilities. Obviously added new ones as well at pretty expensive, so they want you to be able to spend these teeth and experience all the different kind of additions and abilities they've added in the menu. So now we're going to look at one of the bosses that you can actually play against on this map, Exodus, and it's a really epic one. If you played episode 3 Awakening, you would know it's the Ancestor, and at some point when you're in this car park area, the Ancestor will come floating around, and he has huge amounts of health, and on top of that also a barrier, and there's a new buildable weapon called the NX1, which you can hold it down and that'll take away his barrier. But this guy is very dangerous. He has quite a few attacks. The main one is this vortex ball that he throws at you. It's very strange, and it does huge damage, but more importantly it will throw them at the generator, and it can take away like 15 to 20 health, which is huge. You really need to protect the generator and make sure he doesn't hit it too much, because he will just go straight for it. There's one of the cracks in the walls where he'll look through, and he'll literally just throw these vortex bombs straight at the generator, and you need to make sure you're repairing it as fast as possible, and or possibly jumping in front of the vortex ball yourself to kind of absorb the damage. But obviously if it kills the generator, they will fail the game. That's the objective. You can't let him destroy the generator. And another attack he'll do is to pick you up, which is actually really crazy. If you get too close, he'll simply pick you up and suspend you in mid-air for about 5 seconds, and also knock some health off you while doing so. And then it can also summon these blue versions of the rhinos, which is just like the ones in Awakening, and obviously they're very difficult enemies that you don't want to be up against, and he can do quite a lot of these attacks, so you do need to be on your toes when you're fighting him, and mainly just destroy his barriers. If you can get the NX1 weapon and take away his shields, or his shields do go down after maybe like 20-30 seconds, and just spray everything you have, all your ammunition, right in his head, and try and get as much damage into him as possible. And if you get too close, he will pick you up, so you do need to watch out for that. But in this gameplay we did get quite a few hits on him. We got him down to about 1 block of health. He was really close to dead, but I'm not sure if you're supposed to be able to kill him or not. Maybe he'll always float away. But about the buildables that I mentioned, there are 3 new buildables essentially. 2 of them are grenades, and 1 of them is a weapon. The 2 grenades are the NX1 and also the Venom grenades, and the weapon is the NX1 weapon. So the Venom grenades are literally the grenade version of the Venom X weapon in previous episodes, and the NX1 grenades is the grenade form of the NX1 weapon. So they're basically like hand in hand, the same thing, either in grenade form or weapon form. The weapon is actually unlimited, which is pretty cool, and so that's definitely very good for taking down his shields. It's not too good against the aliens, but it's pretty good against the actual Ancestor. You definitely want to use that on him, and if you hold it down you can do that, the special supercharge orb that will destroy his shields. That's very very useful. And but the grenades, they're a throwable version of the weapon and the Venom X's. They're very cool. In this I crafted both of them, so you'll see in the footage that I managed to craft both of the Venom grenades and also the NX1 grenades. Shame they don't replenish, which is pretty bad, so you do have to be very cautious when you're using them, only use them wisely. I literally saved all of my Venom grenades for the Ancestor, and then I just stuck them all to his head. It did huge damage, and the NX1 grenades are basically literally, they wipe out almost any enemies in the radius. Obviously it won't probably do the rhinos because they're very strong, but if you like swarmed by a lot of aliens, so just throw an NX1 grenade and it'll wipe out a lot of alien enemies in the radius. That's a very powerful grenade. But yeah, that's a lot of information about this map. Hopefully you have enjoyed. I'm going to leave you guys to watch the rest of this footage and find the epic stuff that happened. Make sure you check them out in a few hours for the ending cutscene and the ending boss battle. Don't want to miss that. I'll link in the description when it's live. And so I hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a like rating if you did, and I'll see you guys later.
Be advised, Tier 1. We have reports of an Ancestor headed your way.
Ancestor incoming! Ancestor shields down! Minigun turret online.
Window is about to close. Activate the last generator and prepare to hold the line.